I static test the vacuum line. With the static test, it had a pool indicating that there's a possible leak in the vacuum line. So I decided to use the Leakalyzer to verify if there's if the vacuum line is the only leak. At the moment, I have the pool running as normal, and it's showing close to a 3-inch a day drop. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a threaded plug, which should prevent water from going into the vacuum line, and see what the Leakalyzer does with that, assuming that there's no other leaks in the pool, which I still gotta dive in and I still gotta check everything. But just wanted to check this out, just to put the Leakalyzer to test. After plugging the vacuum line, I let the system run. It's about 16 minutes in, and it went down from 2.6 inches down to 1 inch, meaning that there's another leak in this pool. Homeowner stated that the person who constructed this pool, there's like a bubbler fountain thing there, that it's missing a gasket, and with that gasket missing, they assume that it only leaks when the valve is open. The homeowner said like water will start running out of, I guess, the J box or somewhere. He says somewhere. But when this opens, water starts spewing out. I believe he said the J box. When it's closed, they assume that there's no leak, that it won't leak with that close. But at the end of the day, there's a gasket for a reason, and it is indeed leaking whether the valve is open or closed. The same way the vacuum was leaking despite the valve being fully closed. If there's no cap in it, water's still entering through that line. The same way water is bypassing or going through the seams or wherever that gasket is supposed to hold, and it's just is gonna leak, and the pool is gonna leak until the water's gonna drop until the leak is exposed. So when I ran the test originally without this capped and without the silicone pad with the weighted vest over the bubbler, this pool was losing 2.66 inches, give or take, a day. When I capped this and I ran it for about 5-10 minutes, the leak went down to about 1 inch a day. Homeowner stated about the gasket missing, and that he's aware that it has a leak, and he believed that with the valve off that it wouldn't leak. So I just put it to the test. I put a silicone pad over it with my weighted belt over it, let the system run for 5-10 minutes, and when I did that, it started curling up to the line of evaporation. And if you go into details, it's showing that there's no leak in this pool. So this pool has 2 leaks: the vacuum line and the missing gasket in the fountain. With the dye pulling like that and going in there, that means that there's a leak. That means that that telebrite is leaking. That gasket needs to be placed in that fountain. If I put dye, if this wasn't leaking, I'll put dye here and the dye will basically stay here. The fact that it sucked in so fast shows that there's a leak. Vacuum line.